you what I put in my running bag. I'm upping up the content game. Here it is. We got some Hokas.
This is apparently what I sound like whenever I'm talking about running or recording myself at all. Good to know.
We got the
training called for a 45-minute hike. Now, I just came off the BPN Going More Marathon last weekend, and weather conditions in Kentucky are not great today, so to go without injury and to just have a little better conditions, I went to the gym, knocked out 45 minutes on the Stairmaster. Now, the Stairmaster for me, from a physical exertion standpoint, is probably more than a hike would be, but nevertheless, got the work done, and I'm trying to take it easy and maintain injury-free going into ultra marathon prep for my 50-miler on April 2nd of this year. And also, I am using Caitlin Yonke as my running coach. She is a proven badass ultra runner and just a great person. And we connected through my time with MS Run the US. And like I said, she's a very experienced runner, so she has been so resourceful for me, super useful throughout my training from the beginning of my running journey through now. So I've definitely been utilizing her and taking as much advice and picking her brain as I can. So I'm excited to get through ultra prep with her and kill this race. So today is a really cool opportunity because I will be going on a live podcast called Real Talk with Ryan Jesperson. This week is Eating Disorder Awareness Week, so we have a great panel of people that is going to be a good representative for the eating disorder community and show and talk about what it's like to live with eating disorder in our journeys. And it's a really good opportunity for me to be a resource for people and be a representative of the male audience, because that is something that really flies under the radar. So I'm looking forward to doing that. So I just posted a picture on my Instagram of some everyday running gear or running essentials. Some things are missing, but from a whole perspective, this is every day some of the items that I have. So I'm going to show you some of those, why I have them, and the purpose they serve. First up, Hoka One Rincons. This was actually the first ever true running shoe I had. My first half marathon shoe were the Nike Pegasus 36, and then I got my first pair of Hokas. They were the black Rincon, the first version. These are the Rincon 2s. And this is like my third or fourth pair of these. Saucony Endorphin Speeds. These are the 2s. I've had like 3 or 4 pair of the plain Sauconys. And these were what I wore for the BPN Going More Marathon, the USA themed. So these are another everyday trainer and race shoes. From a trail perspective, because I am training from an ultra marathon, it's a trail. These are the Hoka Speed Goats. These were recommended by multiple people, and I really like these. They're super comfortable and they have great traction on the bottom, so they're great for trail, and they're not too heavy, even though they are a little bit of a bulkier shoe. So the Speed Goat. Next, these are the Saucony Peregrines, I believe is how you pronounce it, but these were a Christmas gift from my mother-in-law, another trail shoe. Love the colorway on these. These are also really comfortable. I haven't got as many runs in these as I have the Speed Goats, but they're pretty similar in terms of the traction. They're not as bulky or wide, but really liking these so far. So this is another essential, if you know, you know, BodyGlide. So this is an anti-chafe balm. You can add on wherever you need, wherever you're chafing at. For me, it's always my inner thighs. There's also Squirrel's Nut Butter, which I have not used yet, but people rave about that product as well. So I will be getting that in the future, but this stays in my running bag, a must-have. From a nutrition standpoint, usually before runs, I will do like toast. That usually sits pretty well on my stomach. And then I'll always, before a long run or a marathon, I will always have 1 to 2 noon tablets and pretty much a full bottle of water before a long run. And then I will usually have 2 to 3 during my long run in a handheld water bottle, or if I have my vest on. So noon. Also, honey stinger waffles. Like I said, gels don't do good on my stomach, and these do really, really well for me. I can do this intra run and pre-run, and it does really good. It doesn't sit heavy on me, and I'm not feeling, you know, weighed down during my run. So honey stingers, if you haven't tried these, I highly recommend. There's some other gels that I want to try that I've been recommended, but as of right now, this is my intra run nutrition. And once I do longer runs and transition to ultra, surprisingly enough, potato chips like Ruffles or Lay's do really good because it's a quick carb and sodium source, and they're really light, so they're not crazy heavy on your stomach. Okay, so next, talking headgear. This is what I wear in 90% of my runs, unless it is a sock cap or beanie, is my BPN hat. I have a couple different ones in rotation, but this is my primary one. It's really light, and it's Boko gear, which I really like these hats. They're breathable. Like I said, they're light. So I usually wear this on most of my runs. A really lightweight Running Rabbit shirt as well. It's like a dark camo, but it's long sleeved as well. Super light, really comfortable. It's a great, if it's a little chilly but not too chilly, nice single layer, and it's also a really good base layer if I'm going to wear this, and then like a jacket over top or anything a little heavier. Running t-shirts, I usually have 2 to 3 in rotation, and this is probably my number one, just because it has a special meaning. This is my MS Run the US shirt. It's just a really light active wear. It's nice and flowy, it's not too tight, it doesn't stick to you, and again, this is what I wore whenever I did the relay across America with MS Run the US, so this one's really special. Hundreds of miles on this shirt. I BPN Going More shirt. I ran my first ever marathon in this, and then I ran the BPN Going More marathon in this as well. It's seen a lot of miles and workouts, so it's just kind of one that's a regular in my rotation. I have gloves. These were a Christmas gift from like 2 years ago. These are Saucony. They're light, and they have like some cloth right here on the thumb. You can kind of wipe your nose when you need, or just wipe your face in general, so those are really nice to have. Now my shorts rotation switches up, but these are ones that I really like to wear if I'm going to be on the treadmill, or even outside. But these are Lululemon 5-inch, and they have built-in liners. They're just really nice to have because I don't have to worry about any like Nike Pros or anything underneath. They just have them built in, and they're really light, really comfortable. And then they have this little pocket right here if I'm going to leave my car somewhere or run from my car. Put my key fob in here. Whenever it gets cold outside, I have these Running Rabbit branded pants. These are my favorite running pants. I got these about a year ago. They're really light, and when you start to get hot, when your body temperature rises, they don't stick to you or get really sweaty. So Running Rabbit pants are definitely my favorite running pants. Foam rollers. So I have an orange one. It's a lot softer material, but over time it just doesn't do the trick quite as much. So this one is a lot more rigid, you can see. Awesome for getting out knots, and I usually will try and roll out before every single run, before I start stretching. That's just something I've learned over the last couple of years of running, that has helped me tremendously and help prevent injury, is to foam roll before you stretch, and I highly suggest one with kind of rigid or sharper edges. It really helps dial out some knots. Okay, so another piece of running gear are these red sunglasses by Run Everyday company. They do a lot of other things, and these are the red Ultras. So this was their first sunglasses they produced, and they are going to be changing, but these are really good. They don't bounce around a lot, they're light, and they cover my eyes really good. Whenever I'm doing longer runs, I like to carry a water bottle on me. This is just one that I got from Walmart. The brand is Inspire. You can go there. Walmart's outdoor and activity section actually has a pretty good array of items to choose from, so I got this there. Again, on longer runs, I will usually take my water bottle. I take my water bottle on anything over like 8 to 9 miles typically. And then when the heavier miles get here, I will take my running vest, and it has 2 spots right here on the front for water bottles. And then there's spots for gels or anything else you want to put in here, and then there is a bladder on the back. A lot of times I won't even put the bladder in here. I will just fill this with like snacks. Like I said, I'll do like chips, honey stinger waffles, my noon bottle, extra bottle of water if I need it. So this comes in handy when the long miles get here, especially whenever I start doing actual races. One other item I forgot to mention are these Injinji socks. These are recommended by just a lot of people on social media. They have a spot for each individual toe, so they look kind of funny, but they are really good in helping prevent toe blisters. and just protecting your feet. They're really comfortable too, so I've been wearing these on a lot of my long runs. Lastly, this is a really important thing that I have in my running bag I take on a lot of my shorter runs, and that is my running partner, Ruby. She's shy on camera, but she is a great running partner whenever she doesn't have her belly pumped full of treats by her mom. Wrapped up a fun day of doing some podcasts talking about running, Eating Disorder Awareness Week, and some other cool topics. I'm really grateful to do that, but now we're about to go get some dinner and drinks with some friends, and then tomorrow morning I'm waking up and going to run some trails with my buddy Jeff. So this is today's pre-run meal. 2 pieces of toast, butter, and some homemade strawberry jelly. This is something that I found that works really good on my stomach. I ate this before my race for the BPN marathon, and then I've got a scoop of strong reds and strong greens in here with 1 noon tablet, the tri-berry flavor, and I will probably have 1 more of these with some water before today's trail run, and then 1 or 2 intro run. So this is today's pre-trail run meal. And it never fails. Every time I try to eat, I've got my sidekick right here beside me waiting for any dropped piece of food. Just waiting. Alright, so Jeff and I just got to Mammoth Cave. Got some snow on the ground on the trails here. Not sure how far we're going to go yet. Probably go 6 or 7 miles just to see how we feel. But it is beautiful out here, about mid-20s. We'll warm up pretty quick though, but check this out. Some nice snow coverage on the ground. I'm rocking the Speed Goats today. Jeff's got the Ultra Lone Peaks. Braving it out in some shorts. Let's get some miles in, maybe. Run is done. Me and Jeff knocked out a little over 9 miles, 9:53 pace, 750 feet of gain, so pretty good gain through the midway of the run. Average heart rate 139 beats per minute. This guy's is probably like 110 just because he's an animal. Fun run. Knocked out some good mileage today. Nice technical course. Getting me excited for the 50-miler coming in April, and some other stuff coming in March. Let's get it. So I just got back from my run at Mammoth Cave, showered up, and couldn't even wait to film before I dove into this pizza. I was craving some pizza, so that's what I whipped up. A little pepperoni action. But that is a wrap on another video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.